So guys, want to make this video for you for one reason. Somebody needs to say it. So welcome back to Storekeep Farmstead. My name is Samantha, and I am the co-owner and operator of a 2-acre, debt-free, sustainably ran farmstead in southern Louisiana, and that's located in the United States. Folks, did y'all realize that America is at war and not one bullet has been shot? Not one. We're literally being invaded. It's shocking to me how many of you sitting in your homes right now have no idea the amount of illegal aliens crossing into your country, not just the southern border, but your northern border, and also along the coastlines of Florida and California. Now, for you, that may not be a big deal. But see, for me, I have young adult children. And I also work Wednesday nights with my local church with looking at all these young entrepreneur and young men and women that will be entering the workforce in the next 5 to 6 years. And my question is, who's going to start businesses to hire all these millions of people that can't speak our language? Who is going to feed these people? Who is going to house these people? The government? Is that your answer? The government? Did you realize that the government has no funds? That the government is just an extension of the population, that is you and I. And without our tax dollars, they have no money. So, my question again comes to who is housing, who is feeding, and who is paying for the medical and dental care of all these people? You are. I am. When your children and grandchildren, and you might be a young person, might not have either yet, praying to God one day you will have no ability to ever leave your home and go buy their own house because the housing industry is being turned upside down. Do you guys look at the statistics for the amount of non-American citizens that now own land and own houses in America? Look at how much of our farmland has been bought up by the Chinese. So my question is going to go back to this, and I don't care who I upset. Illegal immigration needs to stop. If you're an illegal alien in this country, you need to be shipped back to your country. You have broken the law, and I don't want to pay for you. I don't want my children to be overlooked for a job position because you took it at a lower salary, because you could afford to, because government assistance will help you. It'll fill in the gaps where your pay doesn't. See, American citizens aren't getting that. It just floors me that it is okay for America to be the melting pot. That is not what we are. We should not be allowing third world country citizens into this country without being vetted. Vetted for disease. Vetted for criminal records. Vetted for education and skill sets. We do not need 30 million roofers, folks. Sorry, we don't. We do not need young women coming in this country that have already had 5 kids, unmarried and pregnant again. We don't need that. What is she ever going to do? She can't speak the language. What is she ever going to do to feed and care for those children? They will fall into the hands of the government. And that is not the government's job to take care of you. I know that is an unpopular position in this day and time. Guess what? I'm not a socialist. I believe that if you put your hands to something, God will bless it. And He will multiply it. And you'll have what you need. He who tilleth the earth will eat of its bread. He who does not work does not eat. Now, the funny thing to me is how the World Economic Forum is, and the UN, and all these other global elitists are pushing it down our children's throat that it is racist or wrong to say we do not want our communities full of illegal aliens that we don't know who they are, we don't know where they come from, and we cannot communicate with them. There's nothing wrong with that. Look what Wikipedia says, right? It shows a very small correlation in the increase of illegal aliens and crime. Small. And that's in European nations. And they said it's because the cops are racist. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I have steadily been watching in the news, the few news outlets that will report it, the crime rates in America going steadily up due to the illegal aliens. Idle hands are the devil's playground, folks. These people are shoved in unlivable situations. They were promised gifts we cannot give them, and they are pissed about it. So my question for you is, what happens when we all vote out all these people worldwide in first world countries? What happens when all the citizens get together and we vote out all the politicians? Switzerland, Sweden, Norway, Australia, Canada, the United States, we're all going to be voting this year. What happens when we get our conservative people back in place and they start shipping these millions and millions of illegals home? Do you think they're going to go quietly? It's high time, folks, we stop being made to feel guilty that we want our children to succeed in the world. Mass migration is not the answer. It's overwhelming these countries. We cannot support these people who have never paid into the system that are sucking it dry like ticks on a dog. It is an unpopular opinion, I know. I'm also of the opinion that the Hawaii natives need their own country back. That's unpopular too. A lot of Americans make millions of dollars raping and pillaging those islands. They don't want to give that up. Anyway, folks, we're going back to Maui in August to report on the fires and to meet with the Hawaiian King and to report what he's got on the sovereignty issue for Hawaii. If you'd like to support that, I'll link that in the top of comments. Please consider doing so. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me how you feel about mass illegal immigration. God bless.